It's 9:30 in the morning. It doesn't open for another half hour, and it is packed. Check it out. Hey everybody, we finally did it. We're the Scubas. I'm Pete.
I'm Leslie.
And I know it's a long time coming, and we finally sat down to do this. And we wanted to start our first video out talking about our Britain invasion, our London Star Wars celebration experience.
The Scubas take England?
Yeah, we invaded.
Invaded.
Customs didn't stop us.
No.
Or nothing. I mean, it was great. They
let us come in?
Not sure they'll let us back, though.
We'll see. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. So we started the Thursday before celebration up in Blackpool, visiting Simon, the lovely Claire, and lovely Anne-Marie. That was a blast, and we will have another video on that day. We also met up with Chris Smithlord and just had a ripe old time. So we wake up Thursday morning, thankfully, not early. We
Not
slept
early.
Yeah, we slept in, which was really, really nice. And we picked up the train with Cy out of
It was out in North Blackpool.
North Blackpool. We came into South Blackpool near Pleasure Beach, but we went out North Blackpool. And that was a 3-hour ride down to London, to Euston. But we had great seats.
Perfect seats. We had a 4-top table. Got to just settle in.
Yeah, just kind of sprawl out. And we had been traveling on the train for several days, popping around other places in northern England. And one of my favorite things was the security announcement. And so I mimicked that perfectly this time.
Check this one out.
Sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
We arrived in Euston on time, and we got to pick up the tube there.
Tube. Fun, clean. We weren't on it too long, but it was cool.
No, we picked up, it was the Victoria line, and we needed to take that to scoot to another surface train station to get us to our final destination of Clapham, which is where our premier hotel was for Star Wars Celebration.
So we settled in to the hotel right after we checked in, got a little bit of a nap, decided, okay, let's go down. We're going to meet everyone that's down by they're staying near the Excel Center. So we decided, okay, we're going to hop in an Uber.
Yep.
Uber's supposed to take about 40 minutes. After about an hour and a half, we get to a dead-end street. Our Uber driver looks at us and he says, "You get out now."
Which we happily did.
We happily did, though.
We're like, get me
out of here. So then we made our way over to have dinner with Camilla and Dave, Stu, and Georgie.
Yep.
And it was a ripe old time. We ended up just having dinner at one of the hotels. They had a special.
The cheeseburger and beer special. You can't get any more American than that in the middle of England.
And it was a Star Wars special because people were staying there.
Special Star Wars burger. And you could not substitute. You had to get the beer, to which Camilla and Dave were like, we wanted wine, but they would not give us the beer. So we had extra beers, which was good, but apparently there at the Holiday Inn Express, special orders upset us. But anyway, we had a big time at dinner.
We had a big time, got to enjoy everyone, made our way back to the hotel with the right Uber this time.
Only 35 minutes.
There. Only 35 minutes.
Amazing when you have somebody who doesn't do Big Ben Parliament. I just can't get over.
Oh, it was hilarious. Great story, but glad everything else went to plan.
We meet Boss Bounty for breakfast and Cy, and we catch an Uber down to the Excel, which we find to be a madhouse, as you saw in that opening footage. Insanely busy, but you're kind of hyped to be there, so you're taking it all in. We get in around just before 11 a.m., so not bad. And it is just a sea of humanity, as you probably saw.
Just packed.
Yeah.
Packed.
But no cell service or great cell service or Wi-Fi, so we needed to find a place where we could all find each other, because a couple times we lost a few folks for several hours.
So what we did is there was this, it was Costa Coffee, great little place in the middle, had seating that you could sit. So Camilla and I decided, okay, we've seen a lot. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to stay here.
Home base.
Home base. We've got a home base. People can come in, come out, leave their packages, because there is lots of shopping, as you'll see in a little. And everyone just, it kind of trickled down to where we were for anyone and everyone who might have wanted to meet up.
Yeah, it was a great gathering point, and even towards the end of the 2 days, we were all there. We ended up doing beers and whatnot. But yeah, during the day it was coffee, a cold drink, rest your dogs for a sec, meet up with some new people that maybe you hadn't seen yet, so you could at least tell them your location. So that was great.
So one of my favorite things to do is people watching. He gets a kick out of me. I love people watching, just seeing all the silliness. But with that, you got to see lots of great cosplay. And there were different times where you would just be walking down and
it was like, hey,
there's characters.
There's 50 Mandalorians.
There's 50 Mandalorians, marching down, or just different things. And it was quite fun just to see all the characters. I even had one point where they pulled me into the picture. I was just kind of watching, and they're like, come on, get in here. So I'm in this big group picture of no one I know, but hey, it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing about the cosplayers, I think, as a whole, is everybody's totally jazzed to stop and have their picture with you, which you did, or to just say, hey, can I take a picture of you? And they're like, yep, cool.
One of the cool things was Chewie. A life-size Chewie.
That was a better Chewbacca than
better one
Disney shows on Disney Plus Chewbacca. Spot on.
It was very spot on.
We did see him later that night after dinner, and he did not have his Chewie head on, but that was kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
It was a tiny kid in there, really.
Kid.
He was on some serious stilts.
But it's quite fun.
And you had the the probe bot going through, and all kinds of droid makers there as well, that they were running their droids around, so you never knew, if you bump into an astromech or whatnot. That was
or
really
you just
cool.
look up and there's something floating. It was just amazing. Just amazing. And while we were sitting there, we could hear some of the major conferences going on in the area. We really didn't...
Yeah, that really wasn't our jam. We didn't really want to go queue up for these big reveal panels and such. That's just not us.
But it trickled down.
Yeah, I mean, you always found out later what in the world was going on via the old coconut telegraph, word of mouth. But you could go up to the live stage.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. That was very approachable. So they were kind of continuously streaming from the live stage. And so I caught quite a few people there just in passing.
And to hear those crowds, that was just a cool thing.
Yeah, that was neat. Now, one of the things, if you know me, I was after was vintage toys. And there was a fair amount of booths. We heard through Lester Vintage Toys that rental price for a stall was pretty exorbitant. So I think that cut out a lot of smaller vendors that otherwise would have made it even cooler and bigger. But there was still no shortage of stalls to check out, modern vintage. But I'm sifting for that Kenner or Palatoy goodness. And boy, ever howdy did I score. Thanks to VTR Dave insisting that we go back to this one particular just mega nice stall with just anything you could think of. I mean, crazy stuff like plastic bags that the Palatoy employee store used to sell, you bought at the store. They would put your goods in that to take home. They had a framed bag and it went fast. I think it was about $700 for that puppy. They had a sealed, sealed Palatoy Death Star, just awesome condition, and it was $3,000, I think it was, something like that. It was something crazy.
Now, the one thing Pete wanted, he wanted the one thing, his big unicorn that he wanted to get was the Death Star Palatoy playset.
Yes, and so Dave insisted we go back to that booth, and we could finally approach the table part of the booth rather than all the like eye candy above and behind that's safely tucked away. And right there, lo and behold, in front of us are two loose Palatoy Death Stars in varying states. And so I got to pick the most complete one. It was not exactly complete, but most complete one. And I was like on cloud nine. It was just incredible.
It was exciting to see him show me.
Yeah, I came dancing back to Costa. Lester Vintage Toys did have a stall there that they shared with Billy Galaxy, which was really cool. So to see Joe and Gav again was awesome. And check out Chasing 80s Toys, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, for Lester Vintage Toy Hunt that will be on our channel there. But to see Joe and Gav was great again. I ended up purchasing a carded Palatoy Hoth Han on a Return of the Jedi card back, which was really cool. From Billy Galaxy, I purchased the cardboard Bespin Sears set. He had that. He had brought it over from America, and it was actually a really good price, so I bit. He got me. And then I had brought a Battle Damaged X-Wing Kenner version for Stu as a gift, and that same day, I later at another booth saw the Palatoy Battle Damaged X-Wing with the sticker and the Chrome R2. Of course, you know I couldn't not get it, so I picked it up. So literally, we traded X-Wings around that day, which was great.
That part made packing easy because I could just take one out and I put it back in. So, besides just the toys, there were other many different displays. There was cosplay, there was art. It was all magnificent.
It was, it spilled into two giant mega rooms. You had the tattooing, autographs, which was crazy. Really something for everyone. Food, some seating areas there, on top of all the like theater areas that they were using for the big reveal panels and whatnot.
finish the convention each night, the Star Wars celebration, we would go out to dinner with everyone. It was great just to sit around, talk, kind of relax,
Have a few drinky poos, adult bevies.
and just enjoy a meal.
Yeah,
That's the best thing.
hang out, shoot the shit.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
Which was really the pinnacle of celebration. I mean, we love Star Wars, but I love our friends, our family, more than Star Wars. So getting to connect with everybody and seeing those folks in person after meeting online, lockdown, the chats and the video calls and that kind of stuff. That's what made celebration.
What we were really there for. And it,
Gosh, we got
so
to meet
so
many people.
We did get to meet so many
with
people.
Georgie and Stu,
We have Camilla and Dave,
BTR Camilla, and Dave, Retro Ed, Salacious Rum and Bob,
DTM and Helen.
DTM and Helen.
Gary Moore.
Gary Moore is a Hightower, I'm telling you. He makes me look short.
Oh, he does. And we always thought Pete was tall, but
Boss
Gary,
Bounty.
Boss Bounty, Ook, Only One
Yeah,
Kenobi.
Only One Kenobi. There was just a parade of folks, and it was so awesome to be able to spend those couple days or those couple hours with all
And there
those
are
people. Like
that we're
BOE.
missing.
BOE
Yeah, BOE.
on Monday. Kasai and I
Yeah.
went back on Monday. We met up with BOE, which was phenomenal for 2-3 hours just to shop around for more toys. Imagine that.
Yeah. And if we've missed you, we are sorry. We saw
Yeah, still.
so many people.
Even
We're
It's
just
still a
talking
blur.
and it's still a blur. But thank you for
yes,
for meeting up, coming up and saying hi. Oh,
buying a beer.
buying a beer, sharing some food. Salacious Rum, I have to tell you, I have always enjoyed his videos. But it was fun to meet this silly monkey lizard in person.
Too good.
Too good.
Oh man. So Japan. I'm not sure we'll head to Japan for that. I want to go to Japan.
I want to see Japan,
but
I don't know that I
yeah,
need
I don't
it
know
for a
if
Star Wars celebration.
So
We'll see.
we've got
Never
a
say
lot,
never.
lot more adventures planned. A lot more videos. We're going to be dropping more videos of our Britain invasion
Yes.
after this one. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for tuning in, and thanks for subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. Why do people say that? It's
I don't know.
fun,
That just
though.
sounds weird
It sounds
to say.
weird.
But we had more subscribers before we dropped one video.
We did. It was amazing.
Much love to
But
you
that's
all.
not what we're in it for. We're just in it to share our adventures.
Yep. It's just the goofy Scubas.
The goofy Scubas.
So we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.